Best part? You guys never thought this was coming back, did you? Come on, don't lie to me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the long-awaited return of This Week in Film. This is mainly going to be a trailer show, but first, there's a couple little inklings of news to talk about. First off, it was revealed this week that not only has Brett Ratner resigned from producing the Oscars, but so has Eddie Murphy. And in his place, Brian Grazer is now producing, and Billy Crystal is now hosting. Now, I, like most people, feel like this is a fairly safe bet. I mean, Billy Crystal has hosted the Oscars 8 times before, so it's not going to be any new territory this year. But I feel like after James Franco and Anne Hathaway totally butchered the show last year, this year's show needs to be really good, and I think Crystal will provide. And Eddie Murphy was such a wild card anyway. I mean, it could have turned out like, hey everybody, welcome to the 69th Oscar Academy Award. Wait, what? It's not the 69th Academy Award? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so anyway, the movie dominated for Best Picture this year, Girl with Dragon Tattoo. I mean, what the hell's up with that? I got a girl with a dragon tattoo living next door to me. They ain't making a movie about her. Yeah, nobody wants that. Another ubiquitous resident of this show is Danjo Unchained and its latest casting rumors. And this week we have quite an interesting one. Sacha Baron Cohen has joined the cast. I mean, this movie just gets more and more strange and awesome as the casting goes along. It's just amazing how many celebrities and just talents Quentin Tarantino's getting into this movie. And I'm not even a big fan of Sacha Baron Cohen, but seeing him in a Tarantino world with his subversive sense of humor really does excite me. This might be my favorite film of next year. Next up is the big part of this show, which of course is the trailers of the week. First up is Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, I was not looking forward to this movie because it looks like yet another, we're gonna make a fairy tale dark and different, like Alice in Wonderland, which I was not a fan of. But let me tell you, after this trailer, I am looking forward to this movie quite a bit. And this is from someone who's never read the original Snow White or seen anything related to Snow White. This thing looks awesome. The visual style of it just looks amazing. Charlize Theron as the queen, she looks deliciously evil and sexy. Meow. Anyways, creepy moment. Also Chris Hemsworth is in the movie as the huntsman who's hired to hunt down Snow White, and of course Chris Hemsworth is a total badass. And it just looks epic. It looks like it has these huge battle scenes and this, like I said before, incredible visual style, and it actually looks dark as opposed to Alice in Wonderland, which was pretending to be dark. I think this movie could be fantastic. But the one thing that does worry me is that Kristen Stewart, who plays Snow White, is not given a single line in the trailer. She just kind of does this. And then looks around. And then jumps around in a battle scene. So I'm a little worried that her performance actually did come out bad and they're trying to hide that in the marketing. But so far, Snow White and the Huntsman looks like one of the most pleasant surprises of next year. Not to mention the mirror on the wall in this movie looks like one of the coolest visuals I've seen all year. Next up is the first trailer for Safe, starring Jason Statham. Now this movie centers on Jason Statham as he protects a young girl because people are coming after her for codes in her head or something. Not the greatest plot in the world, not the most complex, but let me tell you, this looks like the best Jason Statham movie in a while. It looks like so much fun. It doesn't look like it's taking itself too seriously. It just looks like a fun action romp, which is what Jason Statham was born for. And I love Jason Statham. I really think he's the next Stallone or Schwarzenegger and all that stuff. And this movie is just a prime example of a movie that may have a bad plot, but the action in it is just going to excel and make up for any shortcomings that the rest of the movie might have. In fact, there's a moment at the end of this trailer where he's speaking in Chinese to a guy when he's saying, I don't know what to do in these moments, and the Chinese guy asks him what. He says, the moments before I kill someone, and then just grabs the guy in the face and then just chokes him and shoots the gun down. I mean, man, it's amazing. This movie doesn't look like an Oscar winner, but it does look like a hell of a fun action movie. Now, it's time for some crap. First up is the trailer for 1,000 Words starring Eddie Murphy. Another movie that came out this year was The Iron Lady. I mean, what the hell? No, it's okay. I'll spare you my Murphy impression, don't worry. But anyways, 1,000 Words is directed by Brian Robbins, who previously did Murphy's other flops, Norbit and Meet Dave, and centers on a man who gets connected to this tree that only allows him 1,000 more words left to speak. Now, I like these type of concepts, like these karma comedies, where a person is given a certain handicap and they have to deal with it, like Liar Liar. However, this movie just looks so half-assed and so ham-fisted, and I feel like in the hands of another director, I'd be looking forward to this, because I feel like I really want Eddie Murphy to be funny again, and this concept could have been something that could have brought him back. But unfortunately, it just looks so silly and so stupid. And his supporting players don't look up to the challenge, and it just looks like a bunch of dumb physical jokes, which is not something I really want to see. I wanted to see more of a dramedy, and that's clearly not what I'm going to get. So 1,000 words, not so much. And finally, we have the crappiest of crappy crap, Journey to, get it? The Mysterious Island. Now, this is a sequel to an already pretty horrible 3D gimmicky movie that looks even worse than that. This looks like just a movie that the Sci-Fi Channel would laugh at for being too campy. It looks god-awful. And I like The Rock. I really do. And I thought he was going to try and make up for all his misgivings with all these family movies, but apparently not. And this thing just, I don't even know. It looks so silly and stupid, and it looks even worse than the original, if that was even remotely possible. And that was another episode of This Week in Film. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.